Clean, clean.
I told him that to spin right now.
I definitely got pepper.
I walk on right, right, you don't.
Let's go. What's up, guys? I hope y'all enjoyed that burnout. I had to eat these tires up before I put the new ones on. We got some new VMS racings we're about to slap on this thing. I went with a 10 wide rim on this one because I could not fit the 11 wide on this one. I had to stretch the tire a little bit so it doesn't hit the body on these. I'm running a 250/550 on the OE wheels, and I don't know if y'all can see this in the video, but I'm literally eating through the plastic of the body when I'm doing this. So anything wider, literally when the car sits down, I don't know if y'all could notice in the video, but when the car sits down, when it goes and drives, it will literally touch the body of the car. So we got a little bit of a stretch look going on with that. I really like the way it looks. We're running Firestone Indy 500s on those. I was running the Federal on these. I didn't mind the Federal. You can't really hold any kind of traction in second gear right now because my shocks are gone, my axles are leaking. Just kind of been ripping it 187,000 miles on the car right now. So it's pretty shot. They say that when these things were shipped over from Australia, they were overstrapped in the shipping containers, and that's why the shocks are so bad. If you look at the strut towers here, I've already replaced pretty much the whole front end, rack, pinion, struts, everything just back to OE. But all these boots are just destroyed, and they've been like that since I got it. And from the research I've done, that's pretty much common. They're just tore up. What we're working with is just a stock LS2 comes in. This is a 05 GTO. I've done Texas speed headers with a Speed Engineering X pipe on it. Spectrum intake, tune out of Columbia, CPR Performance. We just recently did the bigger radiator. Came home one morning, gave her a couple revs, and blew the old radiator out. Which these cars already had a little bit of a problem overheating. I've replaced the water pump on it. I think that's about all I've done. I put some Street Fire coils on here, some aftermarket wires, just basic NGKs. We're straight piped all the way out the back. Right now I can't get anything to come out of the back because we're not running any type of muffler. So if you look underneath here where the muffler is supposed to be, the pipe just stops up in there because the muffler is actually supposed to drop it down and bring it out where it's supposed to come out. So I've just been running it like that. I'm pretty sure we're spitting fire under there. My tuner has a nice hot tune in this thing. I'm revving a stock LS2 out to about 7,200 RPMs. And it sounds great. I'm sure y'all noticed that in the burnout video. I hope y'all like that burnout video. I'm gonna try to get permission from a plant around the corner, so maybe we can go out there and sling some cars, do a little bit of drifting out there, but I don't want to get no trouble. We were in Mexico in the other video, so you know you can't get no trouble in Mexico. But I'm gonna do a cold start on this thing. I'll show y'all the inside real quick. It's got some nice dark red blood interior. Interior is pretty good shape except for the driver's seat. I think this is probably normal on most of these year model cars being tore up, but none of the bolstering or thread has started ripping. Got a little bit of the Alcantara loose, but I mean, for an 05, this car's got great interior. You really can't complain on how nice this interior is. I'm gonna give y'all a cold start on this thing real quick. I don't know, I think it's been about 3 or 4 days since she's been started up. Like I said, that's a 3-inch pipe all the way back, Texas speed headers with speed engineering crossover pipe with a hot tune in it. Other than that, it's just a stock LS2. I really like the way this thing sounds. It idles really nice. And the lower RPMs, around 2,000–3,000 RPM, it's a little obnoxious because it's just screaming and you're not going anywhere. I would like to be able to resonate that a little bit, but wide open throttle and like a nice idle, I love it. I don't have any complaints on how it sounds, other than when I'm kind of just daily driving it. I feel like it's a little Mustang-like when it's just out here screaming. Not talking no shit, you know what I mean? But yeah. Give y'all a nice couple cold revs, so there's no point in letting the motor warm up before you rev it up. So nice, so nice. Like I said in the last video, we've got a Texas Speed iron block coming for this thing. I'm kind of just trying to dog this motor out because it's so strong. I just haven't had any issues out of it, so I've kind of just been up in the air. The only thing I've got a problem with right now is on the back driver's side header. We've got one of the main studs broke off. I've got a little cheap eBay thing for that on there. I don't know if y'all have ever seen these before. I don't know if y'all can see this. But it's basically just, it bolts to the back of the head and pulls the header in to tighten it up when that stud's broke off. It's worked great so far. It's been broke off since I got it. When I did the headers, I couldn't tap the stud out without getting in there or pulling the motor out. I didn't want to have to pull the motor out just to tap that stud out. That thing was like 15 bucks on eBay. I haven't had no issues out of it. The only problems I have had is stock alternator does not like 7,000 RPM, so I burned up 4 alternators in this thing. I'm pretty sure, since I still have the AC hooked up, I'm not sure, y'all can comment down below and let me know, but I'm pretty sure I have like overpressurized my AC system. Some people say that's true, some people say it's not, but when you rev them out so high, obviously that belt's still hooked up, so your AC compressor is revving out with the car. Like I said, throw a comment down below and let me know if that's true or that might be something I'm dealing with, but the seals on my system are leaking now, seem to freeze up when I first crank it up. I'm not worried about AC. You know, we live in South Carolina, 260, 2 windows down, 60 mile an hour. That's how we ride. You know, nobody needs AC. But this car's been a champ to me. I've got these VMSs about to go on it. I've got some weld skinnies I might put on the front. I haven't decided yet. I bought the welds for this, then I found out I couldn't run 11 wides. So I think I'm gonna put the welds on the vet, on the back of the vet, and then put the skinny welds on the front of here, just because the VMSs won't fit on the front of here. It's really hard fitment on a GTO. The front strut tower causes a lot of problems as far as fitment goes. And then the back, the way the body and everything is, if you get something too wide and the car sits down, I'll show y'all that real quick in the video, the way it sits down. You see this gap here? You got a nice gap in there, but when you put it in drive, you can see how much it sits down, and if you have that tire sticking out and then you jump in the gas, it'll literally eat the body up. So I'm trying to prevent that right now. I don't want to tear the car up. I think these cars are going to be worth a pretty penny when they get older. The fenders have already been rolled, especially flare, that is not stock. That's from somebody rolling it. They did a really good job on this side, and when they rolled this side, you can see where they cracked the paint. Probably put a little bit too much pressure or didn't heat it enough, but I mean, for the most part, it looks good. It helps me clear this a little bit bigger tire in the front. I still got some stuff to do. Can't find fog lights for this thing. Parts are really hard to find for this car, but we've got the tires about to go on here. I'm gonna get these things slapped on real quick, and then I'll check back in with y'all. So while I got the tire off, y'all can see where the tires are eating the inside liner. So running them fat tires, they still don't hook. You can see this shock is gone. You can see the grease coming out of it. My rear end got a little fluid coming out. It definitely needs some love under here. I want some G-force axles for this thing. It's gonna be next after I get the shocks. I think I'm gonna go with QA1. Throw me a comment down below if y'all have anything you recommend other than QA1. They're about $400 for dual adjustables. I think we ate these tires down to the bare meat, guys. I don't think there's much left of these puppies, but that burnout was well worth it. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm gonna try to do some more swinging for y'all, especially when we get this puppy back in the mix. This thing hopefully will be out soon. But we do have some axle grease leakage under here, but we'll get all that straight. No big deal. But I figured I'd show y'all how these things are rubbing. And look at the magic here. That's beautiful. That looks so good. Drop a comment down below. I've got some skinnies to put on the front. Let me know if y'all think I should run skinnies on the front or just keep the OE on the front. I think I kind of like the OEs on the front just for as far as taking corners and stuff like that. But I think the skinnies will really make it look mean. It'll make everybody want to race me. But we're about to slap this last tire back on, then we'll pull her out. I've never run these Indy tires before. I hope they're pretty good. I wouldn't say they were much cheaper than a Toyo Prox or anything like that, but I've got a bunch of Honda boys around here, and this is what they run. They swear they're pretty good, up to about 500 or 600 horsepower. I've made about 2 pulls on them. I just swapped the tires back over so I could do that burnout video for y'all. But I think I'm gonna take those off the front and use those as my next set of burnout tires, because sometimes hooking and booking's fun, and sometimes spinning and not winning's fun. So it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. So now you can see the difference. I've got a nice tire gap in here. This is a 255/40 on a 17, but this is a 10 wide. These are only 8.5 wide, and I had a 255/50 on that, which I think the height is where I was getting my rub from. There's a good bit of tire gap in here, but when it sits down, it looks nice. So sitting still in park, man, I'm not a big fan of that tire gap. But when it's riding down the road, the tire gap's perfect for me. It looks good. Hook's better. I haven't really heated them up yet. It's still only about 45, 50 degrees out. So maybe on a hot summer day, I'll actually get traction in second, but new shocks, new axles, and that Texas speed motor in the front. We'll see. The shocks should help with the stock motor, but once I drop that new motor in, I don't really think they're gonna help too much. All right, guys, throw this in the video too. This is Project Save A Prelude. So we hopping in a Duramax. I've been trying to get this Prelude for 3 or 4 years. Finally worked a deal on it. So we're about to swing down here and save this thing. And when I say save it, this thing needs some saving. All right, here we are. Project Save A Prelude. It needs some love. It definitely needs some love, but we're gonna bring her back to life. 8 series, probably gonna put her on some nitrous. Definitely gonna get her cleaned up real good. Needs a fuel pump. Definitely needs some tires. But we're gonna save this puppy. About to load her up right now. Got D-Max hooked up. Ready to pull on out of here. I don't know how fast this project's gonna go, but I'm definitely gonna try to get a fuel pump put in it and see if we can get it cranked up pretty soon. Hey, my wife's trying to tell me here that these here tires
no good.
are not any good.
No,
I said,
this one.
look in here. That is for extra traction. The more creases you have, the more traction you get on these puppies.
No, sir.
I'm trying to tell her.
Nope. We're getting new tires, for sure.
Got it loaded up, strapped down, heading home. Always trying to start new projects, always messing with something. I'll keep y'all posted on this one after we get it cleaned up. Just got finished rescuing the Prelude, got it back to the house safe and sound. I think that's probably going to be a little gift to my boy Daniel. I think I'm just going to end up giving him that car. I got a lot of projects going on right now, but I'm probably actually going to give him that car when this video drops, get it all cleaned up for him and stuff. I don't have time for anything else. We'll keep the project on the channel. Like I said, probably going to put a little nitrous on it and get some stuff done, but I'm probably just going to let him handle that project. That'll be his little gift. He does a lot for me. So I think that's probably what that's gonna end up being. Like I said, I've been trying to get that car for a while, but I just got too much going on right now to really have another full-time project on my hands. So I'm gonna let him handle that one. We're riding the GTO right now. I'm gonna make a little hit so y'all can see the dash. Got the new tires on. Hopefully we can hook up pretty good. Out here in Mexico, I don't really have much room where I'm at, but I'm just probably gonna make a little 30 roll hit.